Okay, let's see if we can build a clone of ChatGPT and brand it with our own company logo and corporate branding. First off, let's remind ourselves what ChatGPT actually looks like. Okay, that's the desktop view, mobile view. So we've got a header bar, the main area where you have responses on the left and your text input on the right. It has panels for suggested questions. I don't think we'll bother with that today. We can have that later. And then we have a text box and a button to submit our text, our question. I'm not going to do file uploads either. We'll keep it simple. So in the header, we'll put our corporate logo. We'll see if we can replicate the chat responses panel here. And then we'll have a text box with a submit button. Let's see what we can do. So I'm a veteran software engineer of 30 years, but we're going to use Flutterflow because modern tools are just amazing now. And I'm not even talking about AI tools, which is something else again. Branded ChatGPT. A good thing about Flutterflow is you can export your code so you can then host it on any server you like. Create blank. Might as well put the package name in. We'll adjust the theme on the fly, so we'll just use the default one. I want to be able to use this as a website, so we'll enable that. I won't set up Firebase today for the purposes of this exercise. We'll keep it simple. Although Firebase hosting is quite a good option, and some of the other Firebase tools are amazing. Actually, I've changed my mind. Let's give it a little bit of a theme to start with. Here's our theme selector. I'm just going to hop over to Canva where I've got my brand kit set up already. So for my particular company, Swarm Compute, the branding is all based around insects and honeybees. It's data swarms. Anyway, long story. Let's go for honeybee yellow, which is this hex code. Back to Flutterflow. Let's set the primary color to be our honeybee yellow. Right. Okay, cool. Nice. I guess we should set the secondary color while we're here. So let's pick this secondary color, which is just got a nice blue. Back to Flutterflow. Yoink. Good. Like it. Now I'm going to switch off dark mode just to keep this simple. We'll just have one color palette, which is the light mode theme. We can also tweak our loading spinner, make it a bit more interesting than the default one. That's in design system. So this is the default one, circular. Let's go for pulse for reasons. Yeah, that'll do. While we're here, we might as well change the typography. I quite like Poppins as a roboto. It's pretty good as well. We can tweak all this later, but I just want to show you that all these things can be adjusted. Right, let's go back to our home page. Well, our only page. Oh yeah, I quite like that. So in our app bar, the sort of header of the app, we've just got a text box in it at the moment. I'm going to move myself out of the way. You can go over here. Right. So on our home page, our only page, let's have a look at this header. So the app bar just has one piece of text in it, one text box at the moment. But we want to replace that with our corporate logo. So let's change this to sit in a row. Let's add an image, which is going to be our logo. In fact, let's just delete this text box. I don't think I'm going to have that at all. On the image, let's just make it a square. Probably going to be too big for our logo, but we'll see. Image type, upload a file. We're going to upload our logo, our square logo file. And in the way again. Good lordy, get over here. That's not the right thing. No, it's not uploaded file, it's asset. I keep forgetting that because we haven't uploaded it yet. Let's pick this guy. Thank you. There we go. Okay, that's a bit of a problem because that has a transparent background. So let's pop you in a container, and then we'll give the container a fill color. Just white. Yeah, that's a bit better. Now we want this container to sit horizontally in the middle, so let's see if we can get it to do that. Yes, you just set the main axis alignment, left, middle, right, and then there's different spacing options. That looks okay. Yeah, my logo's a bit... shouldn't be square really, but anyway, let's not worry about that. Now we've got the top of the screen done, let's do the bottom of it, which is the text input and the button from the user for the user input. So we've got home page, we've got a column, let's add a container. I'm in the way again. Let's add a container. Sure. In fact, we'll add another container. Let's just duplicate this. The second container we're going to use as a divider. So let's add another column. Maybe I should go up here. How's that? Yeah, it's better. So you add a column and then a divider. Divider, good. Yeah. So let's make it look a bit less shite by expanding the width of this container to be infinite. Ta-da! Excellent. And in with our divider, let's add another container. And we're going to set a background color on that. No, we're not. So the parent container will set a background color for that. Let's go to fill color. We'll go with primary again. And with this container, let's set its height to, let's say 50. And we want it to fill the width, so we'll make that infinite. Okay. Well, it needs a bit of padding, I think. Let's add a row and a text field for our user input. Not a text box, which always confuses me. Where are you? Text field. Clearly that's where the user is going to type their question in. We'll also give them a button to click as well, to push. And we can use an icon button for that. Icon button. Change the color. Well, we'll just put it secondary. Yeah, anyway, we can tweak the design later. For the icon itself, let's do like the paper aeroplane send button is fairly standard nowadays. Let's go for this guy. That looks okay. We'll remove the border color because it just looks a bit... Oh, I've done this the wrong way actually. Fill color should be... No. Do fill color as our blue and we'll remove that so it's... Let me clear it. Okay, clear colour. It looks shockingly terrible. Let's try this again. Right, let's clear the fill colour. Let's clear everything. Oh, that's it, yeah. Okay. I kind of want that to be orange now. Yes, get in. So for the text input itself, let's take the decoration off. It tends to have it underlined by default, which I don't like. So we'll take that off. Just clutters up the UI. And let's sort out our padding, which is, yeah, that's all right. In fact, let's put some padding on this whole row because it's looking a bit garbage at the moment. Yes, get in. That's better. In fact, let's put some padding on this container as well. Yeah, I quite like that. Right. This white container that our text box, our text field and our icon button sits on, we could just give it a little bit of polish, just round these corners off a little bit. So let's do that. Container. Where are you? Here. I don't like it. That's a bit friendlier, possibly less professional. We'll leave it like that. Right, let's sort out this vertical spacing because obviously this thing needs to go at the bottom. Column. So change the main axis alignment and it should stick everything to the top and the bottom with the expandable space in the middle. Which it does. That's starting to look a bit more like it. Still not happy with that logo. Oh, I'll fix that in a minute.